I'm a little pissed off today. Very recently, in fact. So, I'm not in the best mood. All right, let's play the game. Oh, let's see if I can get out of this. Yeah, I know, it should be really early for Snake. He's in Scotland right now. There we go. Yeah, we got some Hildebrand to pull through. And then probably taking Thursday off unless we have 8. Because I don't want to do the cutscene book again on Thursday. Yeah, I don't think we have enough because the count last I saw was 6. So, that's fine. We'll do Hildebrand tonight. There we go. Hello, Murgo. Okay. So we finished the summer thing, which is great. So we have that clan, which is fantastic. I'm glad we have that. We need to go talk to Dower Meadow, so let's get it done. Yeah, Snake, I'm surprised that you haven't, like, found Murgo outside your hotel window. There we go. Shout out to Potato Pirate of Bussy Clan. There we go. Oh, shit, I ran away from the crystal thing, and I'm just gonna walk over there. I don't know where the hell I'm going. Actually, I think I know how I'd be able to get there. So... Murgo, so it's not that you're not there, it's just that he hasn't caught you. That makes sense. Good. Here we go. Okay. Let's go talk to Dower Meadow, who's... Oh, right here. Okay. So we gotta turn this in. We just beat Ultros, and now... Oh, shit. Fucking Hildebrand. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Don't fucking talk to me about relics, dude. Damn, we look good. No, he's still alive. Ew, he's still alive. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Fiergeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen, one that has earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer.
My dick.
No. Damn, dude. Above you. God, I don't even feel like reading today, dude. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend, mark my words. You have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. Gilgamesh. That is a strong chicken. Holy shit. I think not, Hildegard. Greg. It's always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. What the fuck? Mico, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Well, that's a little bit fucking violent. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Oh. Grow big and strong, chicker. The fucking laugh track, what the hell? Vile thief, is there not one shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Thank God Hildebrand's so fast. I know, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Oh, more Ultros lines, yay. Ah, now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already. Oh no. Mr. Typhon? Just a moment, I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Goodbye, Mr. Chicker. The ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Oh, God. Oh, God. But of course, brilliant father, if the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. God. The fucking LB3, what the hell? We just watch. Just watching. It's my favorite part of all this. Being a silent protagonist is really good in a comedy section just because their silence becomes part of the comedy. It's really good. There we go. Jesus. It is going to be like Dalamud. He's just going to be falling at the chicken. I thought about that too, Team Rocket. God, how many times has he been planted like a potato? In solid stone.
So many times.
That's a lot of times. Oh, the fast forward effect. Nice. He did commit to that fall. It's probably the only reason that he survived it. These legs, they look strangely familiar. The fucking chicken. Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is fake. But no matter. I have the feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you've been most attentive audience. That key. God, dude, they're so big. No. It's too late. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, is gone. Fucking Nashu, yeah, she's all over it, man. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just, the dim lighting. Yes, if you just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? Got the glass glare. You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Helena and nothing more. I suppose I was, at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Become egg. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not be easily regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern on the items the fiend has stolen, a pattern that betrays his true intentions. The treaty blade, Azima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Beladians. If that's so, then the answer is clear as day. The Fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Beladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene just to tell as much. Fucking Nashu. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? With the 4 treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. Hey, Siren. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth to these words. 4 sacred relics from Belladia. The Warden's justice, lofty words coming from the glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Then it will be to his downfall. For the greater of the challenge, the higher I rise. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Godbert reminds me of Tyvox. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles.
Ouch.
There we go. Can imagine if that timed with Hildebrand landing in the pavement. I'd have lost my shit. Absolutely lost it. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia, as the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed. Will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. I bet it's not an accident that he looks like that guy. I wouldn't be surprised. Here we go. Nice. Alright, there we go. I was wondering when you'd show up. I hope you haven't made any plans for the day, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan's society. Mr. Many Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. That's not true. Well, maybe it is. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Yeah, but like a pretty obvious one, though. Not that you'll hear me complaining. Now, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye has been selling like Pond's cakes. Well, Panda's definitely got an eye for commerce. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we? The hidden treasure of Ul'dah, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. To Sunsilk Tapestries. There we go. Alright, off we go. What guild was that? No, geez. Can't remember where that was. Oh shit, it isn't. It's actually just up here. Okay. Wait a minute. Unless it's... No, it's not upstairs. Okay. We're good. Shout out to Mr. Goodcat of Niaklan. Oh, a couple potatoes dancing. What is that dance? It's a cute dance. I mean, anything a Lala felt... Wait a minute. Wait, what, really?
It's like the Moogle dance and you missed him.
Yeah, I did. Wymond, the other Tyvox. Anyone with piss glasses, automatically Tyvox. Okay. Well now, if it ain't my favorite adventurer. There we go. And my favorite Mithril Eye reporter along with him. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to have... Oh. God. As much as I'd like to help 2 of my best mates, I'm afraid you found old Wymond at a loss. Ul'dah has more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be just after about any of them. Oh, dude, there's actual panda. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan Sworn aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the Sworn. Wait, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put the neck of yours out at risk trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I am ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Mico, time is of the essence. So I can't see. Oh, there you are, Panda. God, you're hiding behind me. And then we turn around at like a horror movie. Bam, there's Panda. Oh, Umbreon's here too. They're like the twins from The Shining, except instead of come play with us, it's come find the corn with us. Okay. Hey, Mico, you want to go punch Bahamut? Yeah, dude. All right, let's do a sorting job. Do I have any of these? Any cards need to be used? No, they all need to be turned in. Cool. I like my Allegan pieces. Got 99 silver. Oh, dude, I got like 150 silver pieces. 1 platinum piece. Ooh, okay. I want more. All right, where am I going? Husting strip at the Alchemist Guild. Okay, so let's go find a thing. Is there one nearby where I am? I'm kind of equidistant from the both. There we go.
Yep, keep running down. Go past the big office on the left, and it'll be in the little alcove.
Well, I don't know what any of those words mean, so I'm just going to teleport there.
Well, that's what I mean right there.
There we go. Alchemist Guild. There we go. Perfect. I don't remember. Is Prey something we've run? I think it is. I can't remember. I think it was one of the ARR finales. We were doing like the pushing back the
Yeah.
Empire. Oh, okay, good. Only authorized personnel are allowed in. Don't bugger me with a broadsword. It's the Gentleman of Light's adventuring companion and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Yeah, that's how I'd describe Panda. Catty but cute. Well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light. Tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultan Sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing that Gentleman of Light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me. To the depths of my soul, like. I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero master Hildebrand. Pick your role models better, dude. The Sultan Sworn were impressed with my commitment and sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigation, haven't you? Or why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I could do to help the maid suit.
Hildebrand is a good hero.
He's neither of those things.
Yes, he is.
It's the least I could do to help the maids who united me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the sword's best and something of a history buff, it'd seem. There we go. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything. Oh no, I'm touching. I'm doing it. Praetorium. Okay, that's what I thought. Here we go. A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case, and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie. And if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here the one Mico, yes? That's me. You know Mico? Nope. As any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would. I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. That's not something I ever expected to hear. Though it hardly benefits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist with the investigation. Doubtless the inspector too will also welcome a helping hand. Oh, Briardian must already be inside. The Sultan Swarm, the elite of Uldah's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Mico, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now, face me and don't move an elm. Inspector, what is that in your... Uh-oh. Awful. Demasking dust, a formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-agent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. What was the testing process for that little concoction? How many faces were accidentally melted along with the mask? There we go. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. So many. There's just a pile of corpses outside, all the war crimes committed by Briardian in the name of justice. I feel like he'd do some shit like that because it almost feels like he doesn't care as long as he gets to have fun with the mystery. He's almost like a fucking serial killer in that way, but he solves mysteries instead of killing people. But now he does both. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Can't help it. I was watching or listening to a podcast and a neuroscientist who's also like big into philosophy and psychology and stuff. Was talking about how there's a phenomenon with people who are in therapy, and what can happen is that it's almost like some people become a narcoleptic. They start yawning a lot when they get comfortable and relaxed, and they're having a conversation where they may not be feeling too much anxiety, or there may even be the opposite, an overwhelming amount of emotions, which isn't happening here, but it just reminded me of that, where I think what's happening is I get into stream and I know the kind of the work day is over, and then I'm just reading stuff and my brain kind of falls asleep, so I start yawning, because I woke up at 4:45. I'm not fucking tired. I don't know why I'm yawning. It only happens when I start streaming and I start reading. Man. I mean, back when I was waking up at noon and I'd been up a few hours and I have like a lot of carbs for dinner and like maybe, but no. I don't know what's going on. No idea. See, well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, Have you been able to identify the thief's next target? The hidden treasure of Ul'dah, the last of 4 lost relics of Belladia. I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and time again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference to an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, each one passed down by these 4 Belladian heroes, but it makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we've tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Belladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards... Damn it! Oh, help. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. There we go. The Black Guard will be in change. The Black Guard will be in change before they can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have my word, my lady. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Stop yawning, dude. Oh my god. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan Swarm have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we've been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We'd be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. I mean, I can't stop, dude. I can't be stopped. Okay. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. Fucking Nashu. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. At least 2. Oh god, Silver, we're up to like 10 by now. It's bad. Make it 11. God, they're like deep yawns too. They're like completely contorted shit. God. And this must be the demasking dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. He just wanted to bomb him, honestly. A shame, that. Inspector Hildebrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. There we go. I'm an unstoppable yawning machine, dude. If I could market yawns and turn them into a commercial product, it'd be fucking rich, dude. Maybe that's the next OnlyFans thing. I need to get famous and then, like, bottle up my yawns and then sell them. There we go. And we'll just call it, like, bottled Mico Sleepies, and that's it. I think that's marketable. Bun boy yawns? Well, unfortunately, I am not a bun boy. But I am a boy, they say. Allegedly. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of Publishing Consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. I just want to get through 2 sentences, man. Let me get through 2 sentences, please. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove This will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subligar mayhap? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar-turned-butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. Good. Good. We've done it. There's Silver. It's always a mystery when I come out of a cutscene. What's going to be there waiting for me? Is it going to be Silver? Is it going to be Panda in a bikini? Is it going to be an axe murderer? Giant goob? Who knows? All of them good options. Okay. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend? I like your gusto. But if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. This does not sound like Hildebrand. Like, am I wrong here? This does not sound like Hildebrand at all. It's not his voice, it's not his vocabulary, it's not his typical sentence structure. This just does not sound like Hildebrand. Oh, nice horse, Silver. Silver has a horse I don't have. Very good. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Mico, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasimo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's masking dust to good use. Here we go. Oh, almost, man. I'm a little bit... Not by much, though. Bees Knees is easily my favorite dance. I mean, I feel like it's the default dance because it was the first one I saw. But I'm definitely, it's my favorite. It feels like the only dance that Bun Boy would actually do. The other dances are like maybe if it's part of some kind of other ceremony, but he would have complaints. He sounds almost competent, I know. He's got a plan. He knows exactly what he wants to do. It's just his sentence structure seems different. Yeah, I think you're right, Iz. I mean, maybe being thrown through the ceiling of the Coliseum and then landing outside and burying himself in the pavement. I mean, that will do something to your head. It's just a shock that there's anything that can be done to fix the man. Here we go. Shocking to think that that would even be possible. There we go. Well, let's go see what they got. Oh, I'm almost out of survival juice, dude. God help me. I'm gonna die as soon as this cup is empty. Just gonna shrivel up like SpongeBob. That'd be good. Oh, there's Panda. Panda's got like a Victoria's Secret supermodel body. And you know why that is? Because no human could possibly have those proportions. Stretched out thin, zero curves on the entire body, just a series of straight lines set slightly askew from one another. Does not look happy with my assessment. Just an Ellison, yep, just a green bean. An adult Lalafell. Oh! Do baby Ellison look? Did baby Ellison... Are baby Ellison cute? Or did they just look like scrunched up green beans?
No, they're like mini, like, green beans. They just got the weird necks.
Oh my god, a child with like an extra neck. It's unfortunate. There we go. I prefer the Lalafell turns into Ellison trajectory. I'm going to keep that until I see otherwise. Flowers? Yes, this is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who in his hurry to escape carelessly mislaid his wares. Okay, Hildebrand's back to being stupid. Maybe this is really him. Just who do you think you're doing? I'm the one who put those flowers there. To honor the memory of my poor boy. You dare defile his memory. 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. I swear to you in my own dear mother's name that your son's killer would be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor boy. Well, Hildebrand's already a zombie, so... A living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard the horrors of Sil'dih? Our sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, but I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy drought brewed by a Sil'dih alchemist, one with the power to turn the living into the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors spurn. They turned my poor boy... Look what they did to my boy. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan, Sworn. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay me last respects. The traitor spurn. I'd heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing. Just who are we dealing with here? A Sil'dih. I'm sure of it. Only a Sil'dih would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sil'dih died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did? They did? She's fucking crazy. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, does he? But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia and the powers they hold. The power to exact justice. A specter of Sil'dih. I think it's Sil'dih. Sil'dih. Has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books and never so much as breathed the accursed name of Sil'dih. But you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed. Oh, Jesus. She became Gur real fast. That bleeding whoresun's here somewhere. I can feel it in my follicles. There we go. The most potent hair tonic in the realm has seen. What? The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen? Aye, that it was. For all of a fortnight afore, my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just twixt the knife and extra ilm. Oh no. Mountbank charlatan. I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. Who is the lurking potato? There we go. May that potato be important. There we go. Yeah, these quests are a lot longer than like the normal amount, so 5 quests actually will take some time. Oh, hello, Pan. Hello. I shall not smack your boobs this time. There we go. I got all the way around the torso. Hell yeah. Aiming up the hug is difficult. God damn, every time. You know, he's staring at her collarbone. Let's be real. Right at her sternum. There's no cleavage to stare at. He's looking specifically at the sternum. I think, honestly, that's honorable, okay? That's honorable. There we go. It's all becoming clear to me now. That dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm and the living and dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the specter's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the agent's stupidity... Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sil'dih might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briardian. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. I'm just impressed that he keeps finding all these replica suits to be able to just put them back on and pretend nothing happened. I mean, it's quite impressive. He's got that broad of a closet containing only one outfit. That's the dream. Here we go. Man.
You have to be a fancy boy if you're an inspector.
I mean, they couldn't call him a gentleman if he showed up just like in a V-neck and jeans, you know? All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. We might as well just run down there, yeah. For a second, my brain said, yeah, let's go to this crystal and teleport to the Thaumaturge's Guild. Excellent. There's Naneko, one of the most fashionable Lalafell. This feels so much like a temple rather than anything else. I mean, obviously we've got a guy at a statue praying, but still. I mean, it looks like a real life temple of some kind. Greetings, traveler. Oh, it's a Lalafell. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Sil'dih. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nations in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sil'dih alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem, employing a frightening formula known as the traitor spurn. Gotta be careful with that. They brought their fallen warriors. They brought their fallen dicks back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion of those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Sends shivers up the spine just thinking about it, no? It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. There we go. Wait a minute. There's other people to talk. I'm terrified of talking to these people. Let's do Erasmus here. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Sil'dih. As a fellow student of history, though, I more than welcome the conversation. Baladian civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Sil'dih. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Yeah, that makes sense. This shit happens. That's some CK3 shit right there. You have multiple sons and you just go, oh no. One of you's gotta go. Because otherwise that happens. Oh, that feels nice. Oh, big stretchy of the legs. Very good. Oh. What's that you say? Oh. What's that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sil'dih. I suppose I can spare a moment or two, but take good notes. I'm not fond of repeating myself. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Sil'dih weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, and greatly indeed. The power wrought by... Why is he bandaged? What did you do to your face? Plastic surgery. The power wrought by Ul'dah's prosperity was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sil'dih knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. But riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories? And what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that the war against Sil'dih, Ul'dah and Amalja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not. And neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I have said enough already. Yes, he has. I like him. He's the kind of guy that goes on Facebook and likes all the conspiracy theories. That's not to imply that he would even be wrong, but like he's the guy who's completely involved in all of that. Let's see if I can talk to you. Do you have any information? Decline. Do not want to become a thaumaturge. Sorry, I'm way too tall. All right, let's check this again, see if there's another place in here that we need to look. It could be someone outside, but I doubt it. There we go.
What do you mean? He likes all the conspiracy theories, but he writes most of them.
That's true. Nice. Half of his face aged to be Ellison. Rapik, look at you. Look at you. You're so good. Wrapping in the headcanons and making them reality. Oh shit, I expected there to be a wall there, but I was still surprised it didn't let me climb over. All right, listen. What if I can't talk to him again? Let me just check outside. Maybe there's someone right outside the door. Yep, that's what I figured. Maybe it'd be Naneko. More Lalafell lines. Gods be good. You're the adventurer who saved me back at the ruins. Researching the ancient feud between Ul'dah and Sil'dih, are you? While I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with about ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still, to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The fifth astral era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned with the great civilization that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, who brought the great floods of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia some 8 centuries agone. Imagine a government with mages, by mages, and 4 mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not meant to be. Oh, Titans? Maybe some Titans, small Titans. There we go. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review and allow my peerless power of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sil'dih. The 2 nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sil'dih employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our Phantom Thief is a descendant of doomed Sil'dih, who seeks vengeance against those who reduce his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sil'dih statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. How are we to do that? A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig his statesman out of the grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Sil'dih. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen Sultanate. The Sil'dih connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Belladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But to what? Oh God. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw them said he had a most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me, of course. My keen investigator senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him? My sources identified the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Sure, why not? Why am I so far from everyone? There we go. There we go. Mico does not want to be a thaumaturge. There we go. Okay, so we're headed over to... That's the bar, right? No, that is not the bar. What we need to do is teleport to Horizon. There we go. My cup is empty. I'm going to die. There we go. Oh, nice. New pets in the pets channel. Delicious. Okay. Oh, right there. Somebody lava fell right now. Good. He's so pudgy. Yes? If you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every single stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with a mithril eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Doubtful. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Oh? Oh, shit, you again. Lady Dorilda, well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair evening? Why, I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Bjeren, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Guguria, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here. What? Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Dorilda, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one... What? I had in mind one of the prize pieces from XIV's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make my trip to Ul'dah myself? What a bitch. I'll say it just once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. There we go. Perfect. Mico hungers. Oh. All right. I'll tell you what I know, but you didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust, the traitor's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me thinking. Sil'dih, 5 victims, aye, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. Aye, few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ul'dah-Sil'dih conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? Those balls, you don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well, just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob. His name is Hob. When we heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how all that works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been zombified, he panicked. I guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Mandeville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger even as we speak. There we go. Tiny Odin. I don't know why instantly I thought, oh, that's a Lalafell in a very tiny mount. They just keep getting smaller. All right, where are we going? Search for Hob. Oh, that's great. He's down there at least. All right, time to ride my chocobo. Damn, dude. It sounds like, this track kind of sounds like a 90s anime intro. Giving me strong vibes there. There we go. Right up here. The fight never lasted long enough to actually hear the music. There we go. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, something like Inuyasha. Holy shit, dude. It's been so... I remember at one point I rented a movie from Blockbuster. Holy shit. Someday saying that is going to cause some teenager to go, wow, you're old. Maybe it already does. Fucking Blockbuster. Yeah, I rented a DVD of... I cannot remember which movie. Assuming there were more than one. I have a feeling there were. I can't remember what it was, but it was a good movie. I watched it. I watched it when I was a kid. I can't remember how old I was. I think it was like really early teen. I kind of discovered anime all at once. When I was younger, I didn't even realize anime was a thing. I thought it was just cartoons. I didn't realize there was a difference between like American cartoons like Ed, Edd n Eddy and Dragon Ball Z. I just thought like different art style. Cool. I didn't realize there was like inherent differences between them. So then once I discovered that anime had its own style, I was like, oh shit, this is cool. And I started watching more of it. Inuyasha was one of the shows that would come on when I got home from school. So again, it was just kind of what I watched. I didn't really seek it out, but after a while, like I enjoyed it enough that I actually would start seeking it out. And then I ordered a DVD of a movie, which is weird. I think it was one of the only times we ever rented a movie and it was a DVD instead of a VHS. God, I remember renting VHS tapes. The little card on the package that said, be kind and rewind. Oh, I think, you know what? I think we still have our VHS rewind machine. God, there was a whole machine dedicated to it. Eventually, we got a VHR, not a VHR, oh God, what was it called? VCR. Eventually, we got a VCR that would automatically rewind the tape as one of its main features. And fantastic it was. I know this is bizarre, complete tangent. I'm gonna go see if I can find the old rewind machine because I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Hold on, I think I have it. Hold on. Yep, I got it. Yeah, this is it. What's the brand? Solidex VHS video cassette rewinder. It's got a patent number on the top of it. Like, this is jank. Audio stop eject system. 938XT. It's got a button on the front. Bam. Oh, you insert the VHS into it. For those of you who are too young to know what VHS is, you put it in there. You put it down. It automatically rewinds it back to the start. Holy shit, that's all it does. It's a one-function machine. When it's done, you pop it back out, and you can put it back in its case or something else. I can't believe... How old is this thing? This thing might be older than I am. God help me. It'd be nice if there was like a date of creation, if you will. God, I'd be so curious when this thing dates. My God, I don't even know why we have this. Like, if we ever decide to watch old VHS tapes, I've got a bunch of them. I actually have all of my old like Disney VHS tapes and stuff. Where the hell I even put this thing? All right. Yeah. You know, I don't think we actually have our VCR anymore. I don't think we even have our VCR. Oh, we might. I'd have to go look. I'd have to go look if we have a VCR still. But for some reason we still have that thing. Who knows? Who knows why we have that? Oh, nice. Your grandparents had a rewind machine. Yeah, we had a separate machine as well because it was before. I remember getting a pencil. And that's how I would do it. I do it with a pencil. I think one time I tried to do it with a paper clip, but it wasn't strong enough. I remember using a penny at one point to manually rewind the VHS tape before sending it back. Oh God, I haven't. That's a memory. I think that's the first time I've ever remembered doing that in my life. I've never thought about that. But yeah, I remember a pencil, using a pencil that was like just the right thickness that it grabbed onto the teeth with its little like wrenchy hexagonal shape, and it was perfect for doing it. Fucking exhausting. It took forever. So when we got this machine, I'm sure I was really relieved, but I don't remember. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, back to fucking playing video games. There we go. All right. Perfect. Master Hob, is everything quite all right? No, stand back, Ellie. Oh, shit. Hildebrand should be safe from zombies. Damn, there's no saving the men. Mico, do what you must. Why am I the guy who's got to fucking kill him? You honestly think that DVD, the DVD rewind, wow, imagine having to rewind a DVD. You honestly think that thing's ever going to be worth money? $5 maybe. I mean, $5 to an avid collector. Yeah. There was a Sega Genesis game based off a cartoon called Pirates of Darkwater. Never heard of it. The third level was called the Citadel. At the end of each successful progression, you get a password to forward there if you die because there wasn't an autosave. Yeah, that's classic. That is a vintage game design feature. Having a progression passwords, that's incredible. That's a relic right there. You don't see that shit anymore. Unless it's deliberately put in for like a nostalgic twist, you know? This game would also know your name as a password after Citadel. Also, yeah, interesting. I never heard of that. You had to be so creative when gaming was still new. I mean, late 80s, 90s, even early 2000s. You really had to be creative just to get the damn thing to function. Today, creativity is how you make things more effective or cooler. But for the most part, most of just getting that shit to function was just like ingenious. The kind of creativity and problem solving skills needed to do that. You'd think these people would be working at NASA or some shit, you know? Instead, they made a game about jumping over holes. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. It would seem there were a few moments too late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. Shadow Man. Yeah, the walkthroughs were huge. I don't know if I have it around me, but I remember there being the old strategy guides. And I don't know if y'all ever experienced these, but like the strategy guide for Kingdom Hearts 2 I had, and I was so glad I had it because was so glad I had it because I was playing the game to 100%, but there was stuff that I just had not taken notes on. So I was like, I don't know what enemies drop, what items. I don't feel like going through and making my own catalog. So it was nice to have a catalog at the back of the thing. But I don't know if y'all remember ever having strategy guides like that. These formally printed ones. But the pages always fucking fell out. I can't remember what other games I had them for, but it was something that my mom would do. Is she would buy me the game and the strategy guide. And so I would always have it. I didn't always use it, but if I decided I was going to play a game for a long time and it kind of got to the end game, there would always be a point that's like, okay, it's going to be way too tedious for me to figure the rest of this out. Let's see what the strategy guide has to say. Yeah. Yes, dude, the extras on a DVD, that was fantastic. I loved that. I remember the movie Kung Pao. My mom hated that movie because it was a full movie. It was an hour and a half of like stupid shit posting that only a child could find funny. And boy, did I find it funny. And it was wildly inappropriate for a child, of course, but I didn't know, dude. I didn't have any idea what was going on. Fucking Kung Pao, dude. I feel like I need to watch that again just to revel in how shit it was and just cringe at my 12-year-old self. Yeah. Yeah, it's just fucking hilarious. So stupid. We trained him wrong on purpose. So good. The guru fucking walking through the parlor with everyone else eating lunch and he's singing about fucking Taco Bell. Like, what the hell, man? What was her name? It wasn't Ming Li? I can't remember her name. She had the one boob in the middle. Like, so fucking stupid. What was his tongue? His tongue had a name. The protagonist had a tongue with a face on it. The tongue had a name. I can't remember. It wasn't Tonguey, was it? God help me. You should do a movie night? Yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately. Yeah, God. What were their names? And then Betty was the antagonist. Betty. Fuck's sake. I think Kung Pao was actually the first movie where I got really excited about implied lore. The stuff that is outside the context of the main narrative and is almost like Easter egg stuff. Because at the end of the movie, and they never made a Kung Pao 2, did they? They never did a Kung Pao 2, but there was like a teaser at the end of the credits that was like suggesting kind of an origin to what made Betty, and then an open plot hole got closed, and there was like aliens involved, and I was like, 12-year-old me was like, what does this mean? And I fucking loved it, dude. I watched that so much because I was trying to put the pieces together. And then, of course, I never heard anything about another movie coming out, a sequel. So, I mean, the mystery is never going to be solved. But I think that was the first time in my life that I was more intrigued about the sort of lore implications of bonus content than I was the main content. It was like, I got to figure this shit out, you know? That might have actually, Kung Pao might have actually been an inflection point for me as a narrative analyst. I honest to God think that was the first time I had actually dug into the background lore of a work of literature, if you want to call it. That's fucking Kung Pao. But still. Here we go. Yes, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. Oh, so good. So good. I mean, it played on all of the Kung Fu movie tropes, and it was just, you know, it was making fun of the genre, a satire of the genre, but it was also just irreverent American humor on top of it, and it was just one long shit post that I cannot imagine being entertaining today, but God, who knows? Who knows? It could be great. The way that he dies, he pull the fucking triangles out of his chest and he's just squirting blood constantly, like buckets of blood, and then he's like, man, doesn't fucking die. I gotta watch it now. I know I have the DVD somewhere. There we go. Have you ever watched Kung Fu Hustle? I have not. I've never really been a fan of Kung Fu movies for the same reason I don't like a lot of action movies. I am deeply bothered by fight scenes where 80% of the dudes are just waiting for their turn to get their ass kicked. Well, that guy's down. My turn. Swing and punch, clearly obviously missed because you're like screaming as you run at the guy. You're only there to get beat up so he can look like a badass, but literally anybody who's watching this can go like, they're kind of just running into his fist. There we go. I've never watched Kung Fu Hustle. I feel like I should watch it now. I love satire movies. Here we go. Yeah, but Kung Pao was that way too. It was making fun of old Kung Fu movies. Because they were adding in green screen modern acting on top of footage from an original Kung Fu movie. So you had like this, I think it was 80s vintage film, and then you've got like this like white guy just in the front, and it's just so fucking bizarre, the things they've added to it, and everything else is dubbed. So they've got English bullshit lines dubbed over everything else. So it's ridiculous. There we go. But I mean, I would watch it on loop and I'd fall asleep. You know, DVD home screens, if you will, when you would go to the menu, the home screen would have a cutscene that would play if you let it idle. I would fall asleep and it would just play that over and over again. And sometimes I'd wake up to it. If I heard, I think, one note of the music, I'd hear the whole thing. I'd remember the whole thing. Ingrained in my memory, but yet sealed away as it should be. Anyway, let's play some video games. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense, a sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I, too, had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, I give you my leave. But pray, be wary. Not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Come on, sass him. There we go. Fantastic. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when the case is over. Be safe, and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. They're building up a lot of death flags for Miss Ellie. I doubt that's going to actually happen. All these guys are wearing normal clothes, and I look over at myself in this, and I'm like, fuck, I am way overdressed. Yeah. There we go. Your life, Inspector Acosta del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? Everyone looks away. I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. One of them is super dead. That's a super death flag. You're only allowed to then reveal that secret in a touching moment of one holding the other and be like, before I go, please make sure the ice cream gets back into the freezer. Fucking die. A secret vow. Oh, consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report. Keenan and Kel. I haven't heard that in so long. Who the fuck were Keenan and Kel? They were a couple of comedians, weren't they? Kind of like, God, who those, Key and Peele, right? Like, the classic Key and Peele, Keenan and Kel. William H. Macy, I know the name, not who that is. Hank Azaria. I don't know any of those people. There we go. All right, let's head back to the Scholar's Walk. I figured it was Nickelodeon. Dude, I loved Nickelodeon in when they had like the competitions they do between cartoons. Like Slime Fest, I think it was called Slime Fest. Man, it was cool. I always wanted to know what the slime tasted like because it had to be edible. Pretty sure I remember that it had to be edible because there was a chance it would get into the kids' mouths because they were being fucking dunked in it. It had to be, so it couldn't be like toxic or anything. So I wondered if it had like a particular taste. Because I'm pretty sure it was honestly just like cornstarch and water and food coloring. I'm pretty sure that's all it was at a certain consistency, but maybe added some gelatin to it. I mean, maybe that would make the consistency we're looking for. It was just viscous. That's all I remember is this fucking viscous. We'll see. I think I'm fucking lost. Okay, let's try this again. It's gonna be... Well, let's just get up here and do this. Husting strip, okay. Where specifically? It is the Alchemist Guild, okay. Maybe, I mean, it also was the early 2000s. I'm pretty sure the, you know, the USDA probably didn't have to authorize slime as an edible thing. But I like to think that they would consider that idea. Because even then, they may not have truly cared, but I'm sure as shit they didn't want to get sued. My kid got 5 kinds of cancer from the goo. Sorry, from the slime. And he's turned green. God, imagine your skin getting dyed by this slime and you're just a green kid for the rest of your life. That's some shit. Yeah, you had lawn darts. That shit got recalled quickly. Who looked at lawn darts and thought that was a good idea? That has always blown my mind. The idea that anyone would ever release lawn darts as a toy. Like, what the fuck? I never played with them, hence why I'm alive, but still. A 4th victim? I'll have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The Arbiters of Truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help. Oh, no. Panda, what'd you do now? He's gonna drop that on her toe. Oh, there he goes. He's so fucking cute. I love this Spriggan. Miss Ellie, the voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Uh-oh. We knew Ellie would run into trouble because we were giving death flags, so we know some drama has to happen to her. Oh, nice, Cat. Yeah. You didn't have cable growing up, so Nickelodeon and Disney Channel was special times when we went to Grandma's house. I hated Disney Channel. Everything on Disney Channel was fucking awful. Awful. It was just it was like tasteless, bland shit that never mattered. Like there were, like, God, it was just fucking drivel. Even as a child, I felt that way. I was like, Disney Channel's fucking lame, dude. Nothing fun ever happens on Disney Channel. Nickelodeon was the shit. And then there was Cartoon Network. That, blessed be it, got me through my teen years. There we go. Miss Zelia, you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions before I knew what was happening. He was upon me. If only... Oh. Bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of meat, it would seem. Remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure looking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. That's unusually brave for her. This man wears the armor of a sultan's sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. Oh. Oh, what? No way. Thief of many faces. I think we would find our man like this. Interesting. Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more, by virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissance. I declare the case closed. In return, I return the sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated in the end, it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. It just seems that his vocabulary is too high. He doesn't talk like this. I feel like something is wrong. And then he spills it on himself, perhaps, and then it reveals that he is the dumbass. Nope. He gets another dose and he turns into something else, right? While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? Oh. 2 masks. What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise, planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. There we go. Nice. That's a name. I'm gonna call him Gene. This is Gene, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief would so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. You fucking what? Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course. It all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... She's probably standing right behind him going, the fuck are you talking about? Or not. That would have been hilarious, though. This asshole. My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. Interesting. And now the game is truly afoot. Interesting. Who else has said that line before? I can't remember. Fucking Gilgamesh. Ah, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Enkidu? Chicken. Green chicken looks like he was dunked in slime. I don't recognize those shoes. It could be Ellie. That shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. The fake Nashu. To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. There we go. It's possible it was Miss Ellie. It's possible that that dark figure has been the real Ellie this entire time, watching this shit go down as her identity has been stolen. It's entirely possible. She hasn't said too much. So maybe that's the case. It'd be the nice turn of events because usually the skulking figure in the background, the shadow figure, is like the antagonist or something. But in this case, I think it might actually be the heroine. That'd be an interesting turn of events. Okay, where does a bun boy park it? Well, this is a pretty area. Yeah, let's do over here. Perfect. I wish I could sit like on the guardrail, but I suppose we'll just I could just do a lean, honestly. Yeah, let's do a nice fat lean. Oh, that looks good. Chat, I'm gonna love you and leave you right there. Oh, what a view. That's beautiful. All right, had a good night tonight. I'm done. I'll be back on Thursday to actually finish Hildebrand, and then unless we have 8, if we have 8 on Thursday, that'll be good. I don't expect it though. On Saturday, hopefully we have 8. We can take a shot at Bahamut, and then maybe. Well, no, we're not going to do. We're not going to attempt Bahamut on Saturday, so I don't know what we're doing on Saturday. Saturday might be our. Saturday could be our cutscene Bukake, but I start late. I don't know. Well, we'll probably just end up doing mountain farming or something, or maybe I'll level up another class of some kind, you know. That's a thought. I'll have to ask Iz and Rion about that. If there's sort of preloaded grinding I could do to have a class ready to go. If we think it might, like, unlock some classes, perhaps. in anticipation for Heaven's Sword. That's an option. We got some options. Anyway, I'll be back Thursday. I'll see you guys then. Good night.